So welcome back to This Week in Video Games, and it's Tuesday the 4th of May 2021, and that means it's weekly reset in Destiny 2 where the content rotates, the vendors and the challenges reset, and we've got a chance for new content to be added into the game. Let's check out the weekly reset items for the week, and it's Guardian Games Week 3. As you can see down there in the tower is still kitted out with all the Guardian Games paraphernalia. If you still need to get your heir apparent and the catalyst, then do so before next week. Also this week we've still got selectable Grandmaster Nightfalls, and it's the final week of Season of the Chosen, and you can check out the trailer for the next season, the Season of the Splicer. I'll play that at the end of the video. Don't forget this week to delete all of your shaders, because next week all shaders are going to be useless, and you will get glimmer and legendary shards in exchange for deleting all of them in your vault. Also, you can hoard bounties and open them up next season when the new season starts. Get a little bit of an XP boost as you go into the new season. And also this week, we've got extra infamy, so another little reason to play some more Gambit. But it's the final week of Season of the Chosen, so pick up those bounties in the helm. You still need to finish any of that off. We've got these seasonal challenges too. I'm sure there's a few that you need to mop up. For example, look at my week 9. I've only done one. I've still got a few to do. I think one really important thing to do next season, or one really important thing to do before next season, is the exotic quest Presage. That is on over on the Tangled Shore. Make sure you got the Dead Man's Tail, because the nerf to 120 hand cannons, that means the Dead Man's Tail is going to be really, really popular in PvP. So go in there, in the Presage, get that exotic weapon, and also get the Catalyst too. Next up this week, let's head on over to Europa and check out the Beyond Light stuff. Then we've got the Empire Hunt, and this week it's the Dark Priestess. This week's simulation is Survival. The Eclipse Zone is in the Eventide Ruins. And the Deepstone Crypt Raid has been reset once again. And this week's challenge is Red Rover. Now speak to Varax, do 8 bounties for a powerful tier 1 drop. And speak to the Exo Stranger, kill some enemies with stasis, and you get another powerful tier 1 reward. Well, next up, let's have a look at the playlists and the pinnacles for the week, and we're going to start out on Vanguard. The Nightfall this week is Devil's Lair, although the information has been wrong over the last couple of weeks. If it isn't Devil's Lair, I do apologise, but the Nightfall loot this week is a good one. It's Shadowprice, and 450 auto rifles are getting a buff next season. I would recommend going into the Nightfalls this week and trying to pick up a good roll of the Shadowprice. And if you can get your hands on an Adept version, even better. We've got the Grandmaster Nightfalls available. You can pick and choose the one you want to get. If you're looking for that Conqueror title, well, now is the time to finish that up. Also got the regular strike playlist as well. This week's Singe is Arc, so put on your Arc subclass and your Arc weapons. Get 3 strikes done and you'll get a pinnacle reward. Don't forget about the playlist specific weapons. So we've got the 3rd Axiom, there's a pulse rifle, and the Royal Entry. That is a really decent rocket launcher. Let's check out Crucible for the week. This week's rotating playlist is Mayhem. And if you do 3 matches, you get a pinnacle drop. Also, we've got the Keening sidearm and the Frozen Orbit as a sniper. So it is the last week you can get those weapons, so I would recommend doing a little bit of Crucible. The Frozen Orbit especially is really, really good. If you haven't got that one, definitely recommend picking it up. Check out Gambit. We do have extra infamy available this week. You've also got the bottom dollar, the 120 energy hand cannon, and the trinary system fusion rifle. And fusion rifles are getting a buff next season, So if you can jump into some Gambit, I would recommend hunting after a trinary system. Let's check in on our vendors in the tower. To do 8 bounties and you get a powerful tier 1 drop and some bright dust. There we got the Drifter. Banshee 44. He's the gunsmith. We've got Lord Shax. And also Zavala 2. And it is the last week of Guardian Games. So make sure you say goodbye to Eva for now. Seeing as we are in the tower, and it is the last week that Banshee is going to be selling armor mods, let's say hello and see what he's got. We've got Hand Cannon Scavenger and Radar Booster. So starting next week, next Tuesday, Ada 1 is going to be coming back to the tower. She's going to be our armor vendor, and she is going to be selling the armor mods. But Banshee next week, going to get a really good update in Season 14. He's going to be selling 6 weapons. That is really going to be interesting, and we'll be doing a weekly video on Banshee's inventory each week. Let's check out and see what Tess has got in the Ever store. Look at the Bright Dust items. We've got a nice shader there. Very good. Cherry Blossom entrance. We've got Victory Lap. And High Score. That's a good emote, that one. I like it. Let's check out the other items for Bright Dust. We've got Warlock Projection. That indicating the winner of the Guardian Games. Well, we will see at the end of the week. I think it's just between the Hunters and the Warlocks now. As a Titan, well, may the best class win. We've got 1, 2, Nemo. Especially good for the Titans out there. We've got Vi for Glory. Nice. Front Runner. Very nice. And Plush Shell. Oh my god, look at that. That is pretty cool. You can even see the label. We got Faithful Pledge. And we got Just Juggling. Engram. Eat your heart out, Neymar. Let's check out the legacy content this week and start, as always, on the moon. We've got the Garden of Salvation raid has been reset once again. This week's challenge is to the top. We've got the Pit of Heresy dungeon, which is dropping up-to-date loot. And we've got the Nightmare Hunts, we've got Fear, we've got Despair, we've got Insanity. We do have a Legend Lost sector on the moon today in K1 Logistics. For the Wandering Nightmare, the Fallen Council, they're in the Archer's Line, and the Trove Guardian is also in the Archer's Line. Check out that other piece of legacy content over on the Dreaming City. We've got the Shattered Throne dungeon. You get some easy dungeon loot by picking up all the bounties from Petra, completing the ones with legendary drops, and opening them in the Shattered Throne. You should get some easy dungeon loot. Definitely recommended, especially for that shotgun. This week on the Dreaming City, it's a weak curse. Petravenge is at the Strand. Weekly mission is the Broken Courier, so you respond to a distress call in the Strand. The Ascendant Challenge is the Forfeit Shrine. Gardens of Isilia. And for the Blind Well, we've got Scorn and Plagues. Well, that is it for the weekly reset information on the 4th of May 2021. Make sure you finish up all the stuff for Guardian Games, and we've got loads to look forward to with Season of the Splicer, and the trailer was unveiled earlier on today, and I'll play that at the end of the video for you. If you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. If you enjoy this week in video games, then consider becoming a channel member by hitting that join button down below and getting some exclusive rewards. Well, as always, thank you so much for watching, and for more Destiny 2 content like this, like, subscribe and share with a friend. To join our community, check out the Discord link in the description. You can follow me on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video, found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Thanks again. I'll see you in the next video, and I'll leave you with that trailer of Season of the Splicer.
This morning, for the first time in humanity's long and storied history, the sun did not rise. It's a Vex simulation that has plunged the city into an endless night. Osiris and I could only think of one we might turn to. Mithrax. He claims to be among the last sacred splicers, those with the power to commune with machines. Find him, Guardian, before the Vex do.
We must splice an entrance to the Vex network. I can guide you, but I cannot follow. Once inside, you must find your own way.